Please be advised this podcast features AI cloned voices created with human oversight. All content is reviewed by experts for accuracy and relevance. Step into the IADS Retail Park, where David meets Goliath in the retail arena. I'm Maya, your guide through the fascinating world of retail evolution. Before we begin, an important note: this episode draws from research conducted in 2021. While the fundamental principles we'll discuss remain relevant, some specific details may have evolved. So today, we're joined by a very special guest, Dr. Christopher Nee, Honorary Advisor of IADS, who's here to challenge our assumptions about the future of department stores. Christopher, in a world where Amazon seems unstoppable, you're suggesting traditional retailers might have some aces up their sleeves?
Yes, indeed, Maya. Sometimes the biggest advantages come from the most unexpected places. And today, we're going to reveal how department stores' traditional strengths, deep expertise, and physical presence could be their ticket to future success.
We're diving into something truly intriguing today: the secret weapons that department stores have over Amazon. Honestly, when I first heard this idea, I was a bit skeptical. But the more I thought about it, the more it made me look at all of retail differently, not just department stores, but the whole way we think about what gives retailers an edge today.
You know, we often get swept up in the Amazon narrative: tech dominance, data, logistics. But department stores have unique, underappreciated advantages, especially deep product knowledge and the powerful asset of physical stores. Omnichannel department stores need to capitalize on these by using their human potential to the fullest and by tailoring stores to the behavior of digital customers.
Let's start with the first secret weapon: product knowledge. I think everyone's had a puzzling Amazon recommendation that just didn't make sense. Why does that happen, Christopher?
You are definitely not alone, believe me. Ben Evans, the analyst, points out that Amazon doesn't really know what it sells. It's a logistics-driven model. They process what's essentially packages on an infinite shelf, described almost entirely through supplier data. Products become numbers, sizes, and weights, with little room for the nuances that make recommendations truly useful. And interestingly, about 60% of what Amazon sells isn't even sold by Amazon. They're just shipping boxes for third parties.
So even with all their data and algorithms, they're still treating everything generically?
Precisely. Their recommendation systems are powerful but fundamentally automated using three main models, the first being content-based filtering, which tries to match products to your own profile. Second, we have collaborative filtering, which looks at what similar users have bought or liked. Then there's knowledge-based filtering, which works when purchase data is sparse, but even that struggles without rich context. But these models suffer when data is thin, product labeling is imperfect, or when scaling up swamps their ability to create meaningful connections. Netflix, for example, combines viewing history with employee-generated product tags, then uses machine learning to bridge the two. Even there, true expertise still requires a human touch.
That really highlights the difference. So how do department stores excel?
Department stores and the best omnichannel retailers are built on merchant know-how. Their very DNA is tailored to knowing products deeply and making expert recommendations. Look at the recent transformation of Waterstones in the UK under James Daunt. Instead of trying to out Amazon on price or convenience, they focused on genuine expertise. Staff read the books, created community spaces, and recommended titles they truly understood, not just 2-for-1 deals.
That's such a wonderful example. And it worked.
It did. Waterstone's returns plummeted from 25% to 5%. Publishers were happy to hand over more control to engaged, intelligent booksellers. Staff became more invested and stores ran better. Interestingly, this trend also reignited the appeal of books as physical objects. E-book growth plateaued at 15% in the US, and independent bookstores in the US grew from 1,650 in 2009 to 2,470 in 2018. It's all about the local personal touch and genuine expertise.
So it's not just about the products, but about the experience and advisory role.
Spot on, Maya. And department stores, at their best, have always tailored their offers to customers, provided strong conditions to brands and suppliers, and crucially curated their assortment to offer real advice and recommendations.
That brings us to the second secret weapon, the stores themselves, physical presence. With the pandemic, everything seemed to go digital overnight. How did department stores turn that into an advantage?
The pandemic was a huge accelerant, exposing those without digital strategies, but also opening new doors. In 2019, less than a third of US retailers had a real digital strategy. By summer 2020, 44% had introduced curbside pickup. But buy online, pickup in store, or BOPIS, turned out to be transformative.
I read that buy online, pick up in store actually increased store traffic and drew business away from competitors.
Yes, that's right, actually. I've gone through some academic research published in the Harvard Business Review that also confirmed that retailers offering BOPIS increased in store visits, captured new customers, and boosted sales of higher margin items. The ability to return items effortlessly in store reduced the anxiety of online buying, and the numbers are eye opening. Uh, about 85% of buy online, pick up in store customers made additional unplanned purchases during pickup. For retailers, BOPIS offers visible inventory, avoids shipping costs, and is both less costly and more profitable than other omni-channel services.
That's a great return on investment. But are most department stores really set up for this new hybrid shopper?
Ah, yes, that's the challenge. Very few stores today are designed for the digital customer who comes in primarily to pick up an online order. Imagine if stores were truly organized around this customer. Dedicated pickup areas that double as curated retail spaces, technology stations surfacing reviews, or digital end caps showcasing complementary products. Staff would become guides and advisors, not just sellers.
It's a big shift from just being showrooms, right?
Absolutely. It's about supporting the online business, not just serving the traditional floor traffic. The department store can become the last mile touch point for digital customers, blending convenience with experience.
This isn't a completely new idea, though, is it? Sears did something similar, didn't they?
I'm glad you brought that up. Sears started as a mail order business in the 19th century and by 1925 had opened stores that soon overtook catalog sales. Although often compared to Amazon, their focus was different. They leaned into product knowledge and developed iconic brands like Kenmore and Craftsman. Their stores in Chicago sold everything from hunting goods to farm tractors to tombstones, and their buying offices in New York built real expertise in fashion and other areas.
So, omnichannel isn't just a buzzword, it has deep retail roots.
Yes, that's very true. The best department stores historically and today are product specialists, true merchants. Even as Amazon insists it's a tech company that just happens to do retail really well, department stores can play to their strengths, expert staff, immersive store experiences, and local adaptation.
So, as we look forward, the real opportunity is to rekindle merchant skills, invest in staff, and rethink the store as an omnichannel support hub.
That's right. It's about product knowledge through staff training and buying expertise, and it's about transforming the store into a support center for online business, not just a traditional selling machine.
As we wrap up, Christopher, what key actions would you suggest for department stores wanting to leverage these advantages?
Two things, Maya. First, double down on developing and showcasing genuine product expertise. Train staff as true advisors, not just sellers. Second, reimagine stores as omni-channel hubs that enhance and amplify the online experience, not just compete with it. Success isn't about online versus offline, it's about mastering both and blending them intelligently.
And there you have it, retail innovators. Who would have thought that in this high tech retail race, the winning cards would be the age old strengths of product knowledge and physical presence? Christopher, any final thoughts for our listeners?
Just remember, Maya, sometimes what looks like a disadvantage in the rearview mirror might actually be your headlights into the future. Department stores have been adapting and evolving for centuries, and they're far from done.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and expertise with us today, Christopher. It's always a pleasure to learn from your perspective.
Thank you, Maya. It's been a real pleasure to join you and the IADS Retail Park audience. We'll talk again soon.
We sure will. And thank you to all our listeners for joining us on IADS Retail Park. This episode reminds us that in the age of algorithms, human expertise and genuine connections still matter. If you enjoyed this thought provoking discussion, don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us continue to bring fresh insights from the world of retail innovation. For more exclusive content, check out our Substack at IADS Exclusive Insights, where we dive deeper into retail transformation strategies. And don't forget to follow IADS on LinkedIn for more updates and success stories from the world's leading department stores. Until next time, keep innovating, keep adapting, and remember, sometimes your greatest strengths are hiding in plain sight.